Okay, so next let's start to look at some different scenarios. What happens when you start to want to branch out a little more from this frame? So rather than keeping a black box kind of approach to rigging at Softimage, we like to really encourage open systems and solutions that can be used in a large number of ways, a large number of scenarios. So we can go in here and let's say we want to have, you could look at this thing and you could say, well, what if I don't have a two-bone head? What do I do? Well, it's pretty simple. All you go is duplicate the tip of the head, translate that up, duplicate, more joints on the head, and probably want to translate the ears up there. I'll get rid of the extra tips that we made. And we want a jaw in there. We could do the same thing here. Or let's say it's a big elephant man head here. So we want to move this back, duplicate off another one. Here, I'll duplicate one off here. So he's got a huge elephant snout on his head. And this guy, let's say he also has a tail. So I could draw, it's a human with a tail. It's like a monkey or, something like that. I just select the kind of back of the pelvis. It's kind of neat to think of people as having tails. When we made this, when I put this in, I was like, just thinking about that. A lot of people have a personality that has a tail. So you can sort of stick this on here. It's kind of fun playing, creating life. All these things. The way the rigging SDK functions, it's more of a DNA of character setup than any specific solution, because they're all based on search algorithms. So we go rig from biped guide, runs in, takes whatever setup you have, and it runs along those new lengths, just like it does on the finger, and puts more tail on there, puts the snout on here that can be used just to make a jawbone, puts the tail through that, and then it runs through and gives us a new rig. And what's nice about the way it's doing this is there's a couple things that's good. I mean, it's neat, but it's also good for managing character setup, because you can hit a wide range of character type using the same components. So if you got to go in and make a little change, you say, I want to do something that does this, but makes the spine a certain color, or changes this thing, or changes that thing. Well, it's really easy to carry those changes across a large number of characters because it's solved parametrically. So you can see there, same thing on the tail. It's got dynamics on there, bouncing around. And we're going to get into more detail on the tail in a bit, just to say, here we go, we've set it up. And this also is going to apply for the quaternion spine on the head. It's not simple to make, but it is a very flexible system. We are really passionate about not making one type of good character, but making an open environment for good character setup.